You wake up early, grind all day, pay your bills, maybe even save a little, but somehow you're still broke. Why? Today we're diving deep into the hidden psychological money traps that might be keeping you stuck, even when you're doing everything right. First up, lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation happens when your income goes up, but so do your expenses. You get a raise, and suddenly you're upgrading your car, moving into a fancier apartment, buying nicer clothes. A study from the Brookings Institution found that 60% of Americans increase their spending proportionally to their income, meaning they never actually get ahead. The more you earn, the more you spend. It's a silent killer of wealth. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. No matter how much more you make, you quickly return to the same baseline of happiness. That new car smell fades. The bigger house just feels normal. If you're not actively resisting lifestyle creep, you're running in place. Second, emotional spending. Emotional spending is when you spend money to manage your feelings instead of your finances. Feeling stressed after work? Retail therapy. Feeling lonely? New gadgets. Feeling bored? DoorDash and Amazon. According to a survey by Credit Karma, 49% of Americans admit to emotional spending at least once a month. And it's not just small splurges. It can add up to thousands of dollars over a year. Research from the Journal of Consumer Research shows that emotional purchases often create a temporary dopamine boost, but leave people feeling worse long-term. It's a vicious cycle. You spend to feel better, but the regret afterwards deepens the emotional hole, leading to more spending. Third, systemic barriers. It's important to recognize that personal finance isn't always just personal. Systemic factors like wage stagnation, student loan debt, inflation, and housing costs make it objectively harder to get ahead. A 2022 Pew Research study found that millennials and Gen Z are earning more than previous generations at their age, but also face much higher costs of living. It's like running a marathon where the finish line keeps moving. For example, the cost of higher education has risen by over 200% since 1980, while entry-level salaries have barely kept pace with inflation. So even if you're working hard, you're often starting in a deeper financial hole than your parents or grandparents did. And let's not forget financial illiteracy. Many people are working hard but lack access to real money education. Schools rarely teach about budgeting, investing, or taxes. As a result, many people fall into high-interest debt traps, bad investment decisions, and paycheck-to-paycheck cycles simply because they were never taught any better. But here's the good news. Awareness is the first step toward change. How do you fight back? Start by setting strict boundaries against lifestyle inflation. Instead of upgrading everything when you get a raise, upgrade your savings rate. Automate investments before you ever see the money. Set clear savings goals tied to your income, like saving 20% of every raise instead of spending it. Create separate savings accounts for short-term and long-term goals so you can track your progress visually. Next, recognize emotional spending triggers. When you feel the urge to impulse buy, ask yourself, am I buying this because I need it, or because I'm trying to change how I feel? Pause for 24 hours before big purchases. Often the urge will pass. You can also set spending cool-off periods where you commit to waiting 7 days before any non-essential purchase over a certain dollar amount. Use budgeting apps to categorize your spending and identify patterns. Finally, educate yourself relentlessly. Build financial literacy one step at a time. Learn about compound interest, low-cost index funds, emergency funds, and smart debt management. Knowledge is armor against a system that's not designed to make saving easy. Listen to podcasts, read personal finance books, follow credible finance creators, and join free online communities dedicated to money management. Set a goal to learn one new financial skill every month, whether it's negotiating a bill, understanding your credit score, or mastering basic investing. Working hard is noble, but working smart, financially smart, is what will change your life. You're not broke because you're lazy. You're broke because the game is rigged. But once you understand the rules, you can start playing to win. Stay educated and subscribe to Smart Sense to make sense of your life.